Hurricane Irma, still a Category 5 storm. Now have another hurricane, Hurricane Katia. This in the Gulf of Mexico. Hurricane Jose spinning in the Atlantic. This is right on the tails of Irma, so it would be natural to kind of say, okay, what's the deal here? Are we going to have two storms that are U.S. threats?
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm taking the THRU News Atlantic peak hurricane season weird weather watch up to the highest notch of all time. Let me quickly point out why. We have Hurricane Katia going what appears to be north when they said she was going south. We've got super mega record breaking Category 5 hurricane war goddess Irma bearing down towards Florida, and then it's supposed to do a hard right, and Jim Cantore is now talking about a second landfall. Then we have Hurricane Jose, and the European track model now shows Jose hitting Florida. And then Irma and Jose's new African wave, baby, is appearing to be taking a very dangerous path and will be a danger to the United States in the future. So I'm saying what I've been saying all along. Everybody along the coast from Mexico up to Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, all the way up the East Coast into Canada. We are all on high alert, and the Atlantic Ocean situation is the one to watch. And this is on top of 2 X-class solar flares that the sun shot out that will be hitting Earth anywhere from now to 24 hours from now.
It's main event time.
Weather is weird, that is perfectly clear.
Does it feel like the weather has just been really weird this year?
Oh, so you gotta start watching things very carefully.
This is a THRU News presentation. Are you cool? Because I'm going to be dropping some hard THRU News science upon you. Hit the button, baby. THRU News presents. All right. Stay cool.
Certainly a little cool here. It will be a cool rain.
This is definitely going to be a hurricane season to remember. Can we handle it?
Well, dangerous Hurricane Irma continues to make a beeline here off to the west and the northwest.
This is the strongest hurricane that we've seen in the Atlantic Ocean, not the Atlantic Basin, but the ocean.
There is that potential for coastal flooding, power outages, seas that will be very, very dangerous, and a very heavy flooding rain. Again, notice how these could be talking about the 20 to even 25-foot waves. Areas toward Anguilla and Barbuda that were devastated by Irma will continue to see quieting conditions as well. Notice along the north coast of Hispaniola, we're looking at damaging, potentially even devastating impacts on Thursday, and then toward the Turks and Caicos as we get in toward Thursday night. In fact, the seas more so could be 20 to even locally 40 feet. And we're concerned about overwash here toward Grand Turk Island, amongst others, where again that storm surge could be topping 10 feet. In fact, out toward the Turks and Caicos, the winds could be well over 100 miles per hour. Mudslides as a result from that flash flooding as well.
This is a GFS model taking it straight up the Bahamas as a major hurricane, kind of worst case scenario for them there, and then hugging the coast. I know this feels reminiscent of Matthew, but this is a different beast.
Focus in on the cone here as we go through time.
I know that cone is very frustrating, but where this thing will go is still up for debate.
And again, the most likely scenario takes it toward Florida.
So there's a lot up in play here.
It is still unclear where in the U.S. Irma will impact, but after seeing what Harvey did to Texas and Louisiana, people from Florida up to the Carolinas are taking no chances. Don't wait for the official call. Prepare now.
Look at the rain outlook. It's the rain as well as the wind. Once you get to day 4 and day 5 with forecasts, this is an error on average of 225 miles, and those hurricane force winds extend about 50 miles out from the center. So,
and obviously the hurricane's the big story that apparently the left thinks President Trump created it.
And when the sun freaks out, the weather freaks out, and people freak out. I mean, things are so weird. Ann Mcadoo of InfoWars was downplaying this hurricane, which has flattened islands, and Alex Jones basically came on in his first news show, War Room, to pretty much interrupt Ann Mcadoo's Florida Report, playing the clown from the Illuminati card game. Asterisk.
Leanne, in the great state of Florida, where you are right now.
People here kind of suffer through what we call hurricane fatigue. We have so many hurricanes every season, and a lot of them just amount to really nothing. People are panic buying. You can't get water. All of the soups are off of the shelves, crackers, things like that, that they can keep, applesauce. People were lined up for blocks and blocks, blocking traffic in the middle of the intersection just to get gas. But there's no gas shortage here, and there's not going to be a gas shortage, but people are in a total panic As far as that goes,
A lot of this is media driven. This is something the media does. They always say that it's going to hit the major metropolitan areas. So they say, oh, it's going to hit Miami. Well, they really don't know that. It might hit Florida. It might not.
Oh, who's that little lady there? I can come out of her toilet, too.
They think that you'll always be protected and cared for. Then, one day, you realize that's not true.
If that wasn't bad enough, I'm pretty sure he's already going and saying Democrats are calling Lee a racist name, and he found a gender angle with hurricanes. So it's all weird, and this is a very dangerous and deadly situation. Crazy days indeed. Are you a superhero? Are you a supervillain? Are you just a dude in the middle, cashing your paycheck, hoping to make it through the day? When the sun acts crazy, I act crazy too. That may not be the way you want your information, man. But this is a crazy world. Getting weirder every day. So I'ma do me, man. And you do you. I'm just here trying to help you. Alright? Peace out. God bless everyone. This situation is about to get very serious very soon. This hurricane is no joke. We can either unite as one American family, adapt and adjust to these fast happening weather changes, or we can let this machine gun of deadly and dangerous hurricanes roll right over us. It's y'all's call, man. Can't do this alone. But I would definitely not be in the path of this hurricane if it's coming anywhere near you. In Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, I would keep my eye on these hurricanes, including Irma and Katia, until they're gone.
And that's still up in play, because if Irma makes landfall as a Category 4, it will be the only year on record with 2 U.S. Cat 4 landfalls. Hurricane Jose strengthening into a Category 3 storm by the time we get to Friday morning, so it will be a strong hurricane. Remember that water kills 9 out of 10 people in hurricanes, from storm surge flooding as well as rainfall flooding.
So here we go again.
If it's happening in a galaxy, then toys all over it. Hurricane, solar flares, Planet X, how humanity's gonna destroy itself at each other's necks. Yeah, I don't know if you know this. No, I don't know if you know this. Oh no, today's the winds, baby. Oh no, today's the one, baby. Oh no, today's the winds, baby. Oh no, today's the one, baby.
Wave after wave after wave.
I saw something.
Come out of your toilet, rip your hemorrhoids out. Shut up, everyone. And there's nothing America's gonna do about it. Nothing you're gonna do. Nothing. You do nothing. Roll over and let us run the show, okay?
If we stick together, we'll win.